Good morning. We are back with another episode of Doc the Journey. This is episode 7. Once again, it's been another month, so stay consistent. It's been another month. I threw in a vlog in between that, so I'll count that. But yeah, lots to update on, lots to kind of go through how things the last month have gone overall. And yeah, kind of recap from the last video where we're at overall. Right now I'm sitting on the balcony. It's June 6th. Weather's beautiful. No complaints. But yeah, last video we talked a lot about kind of how we had a bad month the month before. We were prepping to build this marketing machine to be able to just ramp up our acquisition of our customers and everything like this, and all the work that was being put in place, and that was put in place. It was, and we built that machine, and it's producing results, it's producing outcomes, not to the extent that we'd like it to, but that was one of the main things we talked about. Is like building that machine, that acquisition channels that can just run itself in all different verticals, from using LinkedIn, email, ads, etc. And we built that, we put that in place, but it hasn't gone to the exact plan that we wanted it to. Ads is still our primary. So a recap on last month, we did just crossed 100k again. And it's so funny because like a year ago, if you said to me your business is going to do 100k in June, a year ago today I came out to Marbella when things were just starting to pick up for the first time, and if you said to me a year later your business is going to do 100k, would have believed you, but I would have been like, that's incredible, that's amazing. We're absolutely smashing it, but there was no celebrations last month because we all just want to grow, and we did 100 2 or 3 months ago, and now we're still there. So we're stuck at the moment. We're stuck. Last month was an extremely slow sales month for the first 2 weeks, really 3 weeks, and then we kind of pulled things through in the last tail half of the month, and that's what got us to the 100. But yeah, overall it's been a bit sticky. Last month was very slow. Ads wise was extremely poor once again, which is our main acquisition channel, and we're starting to get the hang of it. We're starting to things are starting to iron out a bit more. We've tested a lot more. But yeah, one thing I want to also iterate on is like, you see these 100k months, but you don't see what it costs to do 100k month. Our payroll right now, my payroll, is 20,000 USD a month. 20,000. We're spending 15,000 USD on track this month for ads. So you can see where the margins start to like get diminished here, and that if we don't do big months, then it becomes unprofitable to do so. And obviously everyone gets paid, but it's at the end of the day, the margins in the business is what matters. And like, we've invested a lot to be able to push to 150, push to 200, push to 250, and we're spending enough to do so. We're in the position to do so. It's one thing to notice, like when you see these Stripe screenshots getting thrown around, me included, is like, it costs money to run that. And yeah, there's some businesses that purely grow off organic, and look, they're beautiful. These info businesses that it's all the traffic is driven from an Instagram profile, let's say, there's no money spent on ads. But the majority of businesses, they're not growing organically like that. They're growing off sources like paid traffic, which costs a lot of money. They have a heavy fulfillment team and more. So that's one thing I'm focusing on a lot more for this upcoming month, is to really actually just understand our metrics, understand our numbers. We put in place what, like, actual tracking metrics for once, and not just raw dogging it and throwing money at Mark Zuckerberg and hoping he gives us something back. So yeah, that's going to be a big priority this month, is actually understanding the data in terms of our exact margins, where we need to go, where we break even, what we need to do to break past that, and more. Like, we're going to have our biggest spend on ads this month, and we're still facing a lot of the common problems, but we don't know the data enough. We're not looking at the data enough to say like, okay, that's good, that's bad. It's just like a few Slack messages here and there. So like, that's one of the main problems that we need to resolve ASAP. We're already a week into June, it's just crazy. The weeks just go flying by. And we need to break out of the hole we're currently stuck in, because we are stuck in it. And we're spending more than we were spending before, from a team perspective, an overhead perspective, and everything. That the 100k a month from the first time doing it is a lot less profitable than the 100k a month we're now doing it. So we have a lot of work to do. What are the plans for this month? Is we've decided to kind of scale back testing into different industries, and we're kind of going headfirst into our primary vertical in the industry and putting all our spend towards that. Our goal is to find a funnel and acquisition channel and iron out the kinks. We're getting a lot of unqualified leads. Most of our sellers are picking up the phone talking to Spanish people. That was a big problem last month. Is every lead that came through was like 50% of leads that came through were Spanish. Like when you've English team members on the phone trying to sell a lead on a call and they don't even speak their fucking language, you're in a problem in itself. But that is starting to resolve itself out now. Overall, it's how do I explain where we're at? We're at a crossroads between absolutely pumping it and scaling massively, and it's just like this. We're at that crossroads here, and we just need to break past it and break forward. That's literally it. And yeah, like it's been kind of tough overall. It's funny. It's so funny. Like aside from like we want to get past 100K and everything like that. A year ago, I probably hadn't 15 grand on my bank account, and on the first of this month, I sent out over 20 grand in payroll. And I was like, fuck me, we've given a long way. But fuck me, that's expensive, and that's what most businesses run at. And I've just been consuming so much content on like different businesses and how they operate and what their margins are to try and understand that. And every business is different, and you kind of got to accept the one you're in and how that grows. But one thing people don't realize is like this is how actual businesses grow. It's like everyone gets their head stuck in the social media marketing and online business kind of bullshit and think like, oh no, you don't need any team members, and these guys doing like 400 or 500K a month. It's just like, you know, they're just doing it like it's just themselves and a few virtual assistants. Like, no, it's fucking not. Like, get your head out of the weeds. Like, be realistic here. Like, this is just because it's an online business doesn't mean it runs at 90% margins. That's not how it works. Like actual companies, that's just not how it works. You have the dime a dozen where they run at 90%, they have 5 team members, and they do $500,000 a month. Amazing. Something like Will Brown, if anyone knows him, and their company, just because it's so high ticket, but the majority don't. So yeah, that's one thing we're working on. Better margins, better scale, fixing our lead quality to be able to allow us to scale and push past the next stage. Get to that 150, which is our first target. We're spending enough to be able to do so. So there's no reason we shouldn't. We just need to iron out more detailed things, which I'm not going to keep reiterating on. Ads is still our primary acquisition channel. And yeah, team is bigger. We're solidifying a lot of different things and more. So that's our goal, is we need to hit 150 this month. And we need to stop having sales periods where it's no sales and then just like all the sales all at once, because it just creates this unnecessary stress on everybody for no reason. So we need a more consistent sales cycle. But yeah, outside of that, what has happened since the last video? Went to Dubai for 10 days or a week. That was absolutely incredible. I can see myself living there 100%. Coming from small countryside Ireland to big city Dubai, I didn't think I'd like it, but I fucking loved it, which was surprising. So I can definitely see myself going back there. But yeah, we're in Spain. We're in Marbella for the summer. I could not ask to be anywhere else for the summer. Like, it's 28 degrees. There's an event on today. Today's Friday, June 6th. Everybody's in town, and it's pretty cool. The way last year I kind of rolled in for a month, didn't really know my way around, and now I've been living here for a year. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's like kind of what I dreamed of. So I'm very happy on that front. From that contentment side of things, very happy. But yeah, that's where we are at overall. It's 9 a.m. here, and yeah, that's really it. I'm gonna crack on, get some work done for the day, get ready for the event later, and might record another one of these next week, 2 weeks time. You might see me in 3 months. I might dip. We'll see. Depends how well we do, I guess, because people only share the highs, they don't share the lows. And yeah, we'll rock and roll from there. But yeah, overall, probably tonality is a bit low, and kind of the vibe might seem a bit lower, but that's just honest. That's business. We're stuck at the moment. We're trying to break past it. We're dealing with these problems. It's more, I wouldn't say it's more bad than good. It's just everybody's comparing me internally. Is like, oh, fuck this camera. me internally is just comparing our best month and when everything was super amazing to now. But it's all a learning curve as well. And that's one thing I realized is you don't know what you don't know. Like we tested things we thought would 100% crush and they didn't, because you don't know what you don't know. So yeah, that's the video. I can leave it there. Happy Friday. It's June, it's summertime. Get after your shit. Work your ass off. Summer's not a period to just sit around. Money to be made. And yeah, we'll take it from there. See you next time. Peace.